So why do historically black colleges and universities get less funding than white colleges? Let's talk about it. This is the Rule Your Money Show. I am your host, Dakota Grady. Y'all, welcome to this show today. I'm on fire right now, y'all. Right now, I'm upset, highly upset, because of this topic I'm going to talk about. Talking about historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, and the underfunding in the United States of America. Now, I didn't go to an HBCU, and recently I just got on my radar because I lived in Tennessee, and there was Tennessee State University. I drove around campus one time before, and I was just, I've been on the campus before. I live in South Carolina, but I've never been to South Carolina State University because I live in Greenville, and the university is in the middle part of the state. So I never had a chance to go there. But anyway, the whole point is I had more of a connection with TSU than South Carolina State, all right? I recently found out that, and doing my own research, my own homework, that HBCUs are grossly underfunded compared to white institutions. In fact, one source said that according to Inside Higher Ed, overall 16 of the country's 19 historically black land-grant universities have been underfunded by their states by a total of $13 billion, according to the Federal Analysis of Per Student State Spending Data from 1987 to 2020. Only two states, Ohio and Delaware, were found to have equitably funded their HBCU land grants. The other states' institutions had funding gaps between $172 million to $2.14 billion compared to their predominantly white counterparts. Hey y'all, let me explain how this came to be. All right, so back in 1862, there was an act called the Morrill Act, which basically gave colleges, people the opportunity to create colleges, right? And they had to provide education that was practical, such as agriculture, mechanical, and then also military tactics, right? So basically they were given this land, a land grant, and they were able to sell the land to fund their college, all right? Now this was predominantly white colleges at the time. So colleges such as University of Tennessee, Clemson University, all those kind of colleges were created based on land grants. So the land grant universities. And then in 1890, there were black colleges created under the same grant, under the same act, Morrill. But my research showed me that they didn't receive land. Some of them just received cash, some of them didn't receive land or cash, right? But they were created. So the reason why black colleges, HBCUs, is because blacks weren't allowed to attend college at predominantly white colleges, which makes sense. If you can't go to college, if you aren't invited to someone else's table, you create your own table, right? So with that being said, HBCUs came about. With the Morrill Act, it's federal law saying that if a college is a land grant university, they receive funding from the federal government and they have to be matched by funding from the state government. So for example, if a college, HBCU, received $50,000 from federal government, the state has to match that same amount of $50K, meaning the university or college would get a total $100,000 of money, funds, right? But what's happening is predominantly white colleges are receiving more funding. In fact, one source said it's like a white college child would receive $100, right, for the semester from the state or from the, receive $100. On the black college, that would be equivalent to somebody receiving $1. That's a huge disparity, huge gap, right? So I'm just so upset because 16 states have underfunded their HBCUs for years. 16. And only 2 states, Ohio and Delaware, are funding their HBCUs equitably. That sucks. We're in 2024 and we still dealing with stuff like this. If they're giving other institutions who are land grant universities the same, basically they're matching what the federal government is giving them, why aren't they matching what the federal government is giving to the black colleges? My show is about personal finance and business, money, right? So when I see stuff like this right here, I'm calling it out. I'm calling what it is, y'all. It's like call a spade, it's a spade, y'all. I mean, why aren't they receiving funding? In fact, one story I am following is Tennessee State University. They're owed $2.1 billion from the state of Tennessee. So I researched this and said that TSU, Tennessee State University, had an audit done. And there were findings found that they basically mishandled $4,000, right? One case was a VP, a vice president, I think, of one of the departments, stayed 3 nights personally, I think, over the nights that he or she was supposed to stay. So collectively, they mishandled $4,000. So with that audit findings, they basically aren't getting their funding. The president was fired or told to retire, and then they fired the entire board and brought in new people. I'm like, really? Y'all could have just addressed the issue. Let's get this done, and let's get the people their funding. But no, they want to play games. It's 2024, y'all, and people still dealing with stuff like this right here. It's stupid as hell, y'all. I'm like, why? Why are we dealing with this right here? It's like, give the people the money that they have been due. Let them provide education. It don't matter if they cater to black folks. The whole point is they exist because they weren't able to, black folks were able to get the education that white folks were able to get back in the day. So now they're still in existence and they're still being mistreated because they're a HBCU. So I love people because I know that this is a shell. Apart from my skin color, I'm a human being, I'm a spirit. A white person is the same. Only thing the difference between us is our skin color, not background. I mean, but we're still people. People are people. Give them the money. Calling out my state, South Carolina. Government master, talking to you, homie. Like, come on, man. Like, do the right thing, man. Do the right thing with my people, man. If you're in power, and I'll say this, most of the states are in the South. Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. I mean, it's like Oklahoma. I'm like, all these states, like, why are they still in the past? Come on to the future. Treat people right. If you want to come on my show, let's talk about it. I'm inviting you all to the show. Discuss it, man. I'm like, why? Like, and it's documented. So it ain't like I'm talking nothing, like nonsense. It's documented. For years, y'all have been doing this stuff to people, man. I'm like, why? Make it right. Do the right thing. I know I'm probably get backlash from this, but I'm on to stand on true values. I'm a follower of Christ. I ain't perfect, but I'm like, when this right here hit me, I'm like, why? How can I be a solution to the problem? Let's talk about it, get it resolved. I mean, it took Maryland 15 years to get that money. And they won the lawsuit, and it's gonna take them, actually, I think it's gonna take them 10 years to get their money back. So they can wait 15 years, 25 years total to get the money. 15 years to get the lawsuit, right? And 10 years to get their money. So 25 years of waiting for the money. That's crazy, y'all. So again, make it right. Fund HBCUs as you're required by the federal government to do, because you are a state of the United States of America. So you're under federal jurisdiction too. So if someone owes you money as a state, right? If your taxpayer owe you money, what do? you garnish wages. You go get a judgment, or you take the money out of their federal return. If they get a refund, you take the money because it's due to you. So if someone owes you money, you get your money. But when you owe somebody else money, you don't want to pay the people. You owe HBCUs the money, so pay them the money. This is the Rule Your Money show. I know I'm hyped, I'm excited, because this right here is a pain point for me, because just treat people right, man. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing, people. If you're in government, you're a smart person. You're not crazy, you're not stupid. You're a smart person. Use more than just use common sense, y'all. Use common sense. If you want to join me on the show, email me at dakota@dakotagrading.com. I want to get you on the show, get your opinion, why this is happening, how we can correct it and move forward. Because imagine how many people have been given scholarships and not going to debt, right? Because they would have had funding to give students to cover the things that they needed, or to give them good infrastructure, get housing, man. Come on, man. You can do so much with funding. And make sure HBCUs, when you get the money, handle it right. Don't mismanage the funds. Don't do it. Handle the money well. If you need me to come help you, show you how to handle your finances as a university, hire me. I'll come in and help you. Email me at dakota@dakotagrading.com. This is the Rule Your Money show. Let's go.